So funny. It gets me every time. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome to our team call tonight. I'm really excited specifically for this team call because I am going to be kicking off, I think, our first ever Emerald push for the hub. And if you're a newer coach, I don't know if anyone on here is like brand new, and you don't know what that is yet, don't worry about it. We're going to explain it, go through it. But it's exciting because it's definitely a big like first step in your business for growth. So I'm excited for it. Oh, did we want to start with announcements and recognition? Sorry, I always forget about that.
Yeah, you want me to share the team calendar real quick?
Yeah, that works. I'm also gonna turn off my oven while you do that.
Perfect. So while this is loading, because my internet is slow, one of the biggest things just coming up, so you guys know, next week we're going to start talking about the launch of 645, which is the newest program coming out next month. So we're going to give you all the details on how to start preparing, how to talk to people about it. We're going to give you some great resources. But the first thing that's coming up this month is the new Shakeology flavor cookies and creamy. So that will be coming out the 22nd. And apparently my Facebook is saying I'm currently offline, whatever the heck that means. So I just remember these dates. So the 22nd cookies and creamy comes out. So my recommendation is always, your people are always going to do what you do. So if you're excited about it, they're going to be excited about it. I personally love cookies, so a great way to start sprinkling that in is like doing polls around sweets. Like Morgan made cookies tonight. She should probably do an Instagram poll about cookies because that just perfectly aligns. But I just wanted to remind you, like, that's just a great way to get people active, to have them try something different and new. But it always starts with you. Like, none of my challengers are going to purchase cookies and creamy if I don't do it and I don't get excited about it and I don't hype it. It's the same thing with new fitness programs. Your team's only going to do most likely what you do. All right, so I finally have the calendar. A couple other things coming up. Obviously, all the challenge packs are $20 off this month. So that's a great another incentive to share with people. And they are adding a lot of content to the Nutrition Plus. So I don't know if you guys saw, but anyone that earned a Success Club point before the 8th is actually going to be entered to start trying out the new body. So you guys can look it up on the FAQ, be your own boss, get knowledgeable about the things that you want to know more of or that you were excited about. Because again, what you're excited about, your team's going to be excited about. So the sample workout for 645 is coming up on the 28th. I know Jess is doing a 3-day refresh soon. So all the goodies announcements are always pinned to the top of the hub. Everything's there for you guys. Knowing that the Nutrition Plus is going to be linked to a lot of new stuff going into the summer, fall. It's just another resource. Like, we see it all the time. What do people complain about? I don't have recipes to make, or I don't know how to stay on track with my nutrition. We have these tools here. Often we just don't use them. So use the tools in your toolbox, get knowledgeable, get curious. Those are announcements that I have. And obviously the biggest announcement will be what Morgan's going to share tonight. Did you want to add anything else announcement wise?
I don't think so for announcements. Does anyone have any recognition for the week?
Shout out to Addison, who's on her first team call.
Yay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
This is the perfect first team call, I feel like.
Oh, and Brittany. Hi. I didn't even see Brittany at the bottom too.
Welcome, guys. Happy to have you here. One other announcement I will say, just to like put plugged in your brain, Summit is coming up in July. And so even if you aren't coming to our trip in Arizona, we will be watching a lot of the events together and more information will come in the hub about that. So I'll make an event for each thing you guys can virtually watch. And I say this all the time, but Allie is a prime example of someone who watched the virtual events last summer She had been a discount coach. She had kind of dabbled in coaching before, and she took it upon herself. She plugged into the events online because they were free. And she was like, whoa, like I should probably finally listen to Danielle and do this. And now she has a diamond team. So I just really encourage y'all, like Summit is usually quite expensive to attend, and you guys get access to everything for free this year. So use it to your advantage. Even if you can't tune in live, like watch the recordings. Allie, did you want to add anything else to it since that was your big push?
I didn't think it was going to change my perspective at all, like going into it, but I was like, well, I'm free this weekend. Like I might as well just watch it. And it was very eye-opening to the business in and of itself. So like Danielle said, even if I don't even remember what I listened to be honest, like which events I listened to during Summit, but yeah, just tune in when you can, and it is super helpful.
I think the biggest part of it is like the community aspect that they can really show with like all the things going on and all the people attending.
Oh, right. I feel like I was like, well, our team's super small, and like, is this really a real thing? Like, I questioned it before, but seeing it in real life and seeing other moms and other people that were where I would want to be in a couple years, be successful was huge.
Awesome. All right. Any other recognition before we get started? Okay. Cool. So I want to kick off this call with talking a little bit about the Emerald rank in Beachbody coaching, and anyone obviously can chime in with like their thoughts, because I know we have a lot of Emerald and above coaches on this call, so feel free to chime in there. But as I mentioned, Emerald is the first rank within coaching that you can advance to. And it's really simple if you're not familiar with it. The only thing that you need to reach the rank is 2 coaches, or what we call discount coaches, like people who are getting the discount on the products, like enrolled in your business. And the push that we're going to be doing with the hub is like going to go into all of this in more detail too. So it's really not hard. It's very simple. But the thing that I want to highlight is the benefits of Emerald. Like why are we hosting this push? Why are we on this call right now talking about it? There's a lot of benefits that come along with the rank. And in my opinion, I feel like Emerald is like the least that you can do for coaching, right? It's like kind of like a non-negotiable, because Emerald, the rank is where you start to see residual income. So income from people purchasing products, like repurchasing it on a subscription. Like maybe somebody tried Shakeology, they loved it, they want to continue it. When you are Emerald, that will open up the possibility for that residual income. So you're not actually doing more work, it's just coming in already. It also opens up access to the customer leads program, which is amazing because you can reach people that they're literally like strangers that just sign up through the Beachbody website and are automatically assigned to a coach, but they're automatically assigned to Emerald and above coaches. So you have that opportunity with the rank to be able to reach people that you wouldn't normally be able to reach because they're strangers that just sign up, and get to know them, get to know their goals, reach out to them, potentially even like talk to them about coaching. Just a huge opportunity there for more income and business growth. What else? Emerald benefits. Does anybody else have any thoughts?
There's just recognition from your team, right? Like proving that you want to do this and setting the goal and following through. And it like builds that confidence, right? Like think about it. When you set out to complete a program, like you do it, you follow through. And that's the whole premise behind this Emerald Push Party. Is like when you're doing a program by yourself, it's a lot harder to stick to it. It's hard. It's easy to slack off. It's like when we do test groups, what do you see? The results, right? We see people posting their progress photos every single week. that's the whole premise behind why we're going to do this every single month for a week, to just have like that push, that excitement, that fun back in our business of a group of women all doing something together from start to finish. So I think for me, Emerald is just like proving yourself that I can help 2 people. I don't have to focus on 200. I don't have to focus on 20. Let's just help 2. And let's prove to myself that like there's 2 people out there that Monica knows, that Sarah knows, that Addison knows, that Allie, Morgan, Jessica, and I don't know. And we've never reached, and we probably won't. So to me, that's the coolest thing as seeing my team grow is Allie's team would have never, like, y'all would not be on this team call if she didn't decide to step up and say, hey, I'm going to share my story. I'm going to connect with these women that I want to work with. You know me, I'll go on a tangent, but.
Yeah, and that's a really good point that Danielle mentioned, is the way that we've designed this is to be able to repeat it every month. So as you guys are growing your businesses and bringing on coaches to start their own business, like this is just repeatable, that they'll be in the next one, you know? So we're kind of making this, like taking that work off of you, and it's going to be a team effort to help all the new coaches that come in. So, okay. So overview of the actual push. So for this first one, we are going to kick it off tomorrow. So Danielle and I are going to post in the hub later probably after this call with a little graphic explaining it. And that's how we're going to get people in it. So when you see that post, make sure you comment on it and let us know that you want to be in the push. It's going to start tomorrow and it's going to last a week. So through the 16th. And then with the idea being on the 17th, which is a Thursday, you wake up actually as Emerald rank, because if you're not familiar, like Thursdays are when payday and rank advancements like go into effect. So just a week long, so nothing too crazy, but we are going to have a very slimmed down version of a Google Classroom that has assignments in it each day, and they're very like quick assignments, like things you can do on like a 15-minute work break, you know, nothing too crazy that you need to put hours and hours into. But the idea being that these are things that are like vital behaviors that are repeatable, so once you do it, you can just keep on repeating them. And we're going to have a message pod on Facebook. That's going to be where we keep in touch with everyone in the push, answer answer questions. And that's going to be where the accountability comes in. So one of the pieces of this push is using our business activity trackers, whether it's pen and paper or the one in the coach office. So you get enrolled in the, what is that called? The challenge.
Take action challenge.
Yeah, take action challenge. So if you guys post your trackers, we're going to do some fun prizes around people that are being consistent with that. So if you guys comment on the post that we're going to put in the hub later tonight, if you want to be a part of it, which everyone should be, I don't know why you wouldn't, we'll add you to the message pod. And then from there, it's kind of like a work at your own pace type of thing. Once you're in the classroom, just go through the assignments like in order, because they do build off of each other, and then post your tracker in the message hub for accountability. And then we're there to answer any questions. Does that kind of make sense? Any questions about that? Cool. I guess I will show you guys, since we do have some new, actually, Danielle, can I share? Since we do have some new faces, if you're not familiar with the classroom. Oh, okay, it went away. So this is what the classroom looks like right now. And when you guys are, hold on, let me minimize this. When you guys are in here as like students, basically the idea here is that like we're not blowing up the message pod like every single minute of every day. This is where you're actually going to do the work behind pushing for Emerald rank. So when you guys are in here as students, I'm just going to show you like a different one that I'm not an admin on. You can see the assignment, and then once you do it, you can comment on it. You can comment questions if you want, but if there's an actual like comment below with X, Y, and Z, you can add a comment. And then once you're done that actual assignment, you can mark as done. And that's how we'll kind of keep track of like who's participating in these assignments as well. But it's really simple, really slimmed down. So hopefully not overwhelming to those of you that are brand new to coaching, but really just getting into the vital behaviors of what it means to coach, and sharing about it too. So that is what the classroom looks like. It's pretty simple to go through. Just make sure you do them in order, day 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll remind you guys in the pod on like which day we're on. I think that's it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had for sharing this push with you guys and kicking it off. Should be pretty straightforward. Does anyone have any like comments or questions on it right now? Of course, if you think of them later, you can put them on the post in the hub that we're gonna put up.
I was just going to say, for a brand new coach, I think this is a perfect way to just like get over your damn self and just go for it. Like, I think a lot of new coaches get hung up on like doing all the things or doing everything that like, you know, some of you are in our coach pod already right now. And the idea is that this will create smaller pods of women that have similar goals together. So the idea is that everybody in the push pod achieves emerald, and then you guys get to move to the next kind of tier to work together and hit emerald again. You know what I mean? So you're constantly in flux with the people that are aligned to you and your goals and your team and your business, so that we have these smaller communities within our network in the hubs that are aligned with similar goals, right? Because it's so easy to think in your head like, well, I have 3 kids, or I have 12-hour shifts, or my schedule is not the same as Allie's, or whatever. But that's just a limiting belief in your mind of why you can't do it. And that's the whole premise behind let's do something for a week and go for it and track the activity and follow an assignment just like you do in school, and give yourself the weekend and see what happens. Because most of the time when you start building these small behaviors, they compound over time, and you realize like, wow, people actually are interested in me sharing my journey or sharing what's happening in my team or me posting consistently. But you never know that until you give yourself the opportunity to step outside your comfort zone and do something. So I'm really excited to help more of y'all grow your teams. And again, for me, it's you guys can reach people that we can't. And I think that's the most exciting thing behind this, is we want to help you build your confidence and keep it super simple, because I think that too many people make this business complicated, and it's not. So thanks, Morgan, for putting this together.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I obviously, you guys probably saw, I was like in and out. My Wi-Fi through my computer was so bad, so I'm gonna have to catch back up. And if you answered this, just tell me to watch the recording. But somebody who's been Emerald before, dropped Emerald, how, like, I'm sure that they can be a part of this, but just kind of like encouraging them through that. Or also the person who is Emerald and wants to keep growing, that whole double Emerald concept, can they kind of like relive this and go through that again? I'm sure the answer is yes to both, but I just want to hear it.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that because double emerald, definitely a thing. I think this is the perfect opportunity to just keep duplicating. Like, the next rank after emerald is diamond, and that is literally just duplicating emerald like a bunch of times. So I would not say this is limited to like just if you've never been emerald before. I think the daily assignments with the accountability of the message hub is going to be what like kicks our butts into gear with it. So yeah, I wasn't planning on limiting it.
Agreed.
Cool.
And obviously we want y'all's feedback as you go through it. So this is the first time we're doing it. So there's going to be bumps in the road. It's not going to be perfect, but that's the beauty of the biz. Like, we want to see you guys succeed, and we want to help you create your teams your way. So I'm excited to just mix it up and do something new and have the people that want to build and want to have freedom in their life, whatever that looks like for you, connected to each other, so that each month we're constantly helping new coaches build that confidence to say, actually, you can. Because for me, it's like a full circle moment seeing Allie a year later and just thinking, wow, imagine if she didn't go for it and she didn't go to Summit and she didn't like get curious about being consistent. I mean, she wouldn't be spending Fridays with her son, and that's just like everything to me. So
Oh, one last thing, because I'm a numbers person. I know we've all talked about like why we're in this business, and money has never been like the first thing for a lot of people. But when we dive into like, what would this mean for you? Money pops up. And just to give perspective on a really quick version of what hitting Emerald could mean for your paycheck, signing 2 new people up with a challenge pack, and now you tap into a cycle bonus, you're looking at $114 or more in 1 week by making this possible for yourself. So also soak that in of what that would mean and how exciting that is and how approachable Emerald is, and then the impact that that can have, and considering also the impact that that can have on people in your team, right? Because it's not just about us and it's about paying it forward. So I just wanted to put a number out there and really have you picture like, not only is this so simple, but this also simple achievement can have a big impact. That's your Shakeology and your business fee for the month. I mean, how awesome.
Definitely. It's a great point. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, one last thing, just going off of what Danielle said about the fact that we're doing this every month. This is the first time we're doing it. So literally, like, when you guys are going through it, any feedback you have, if we could tweak something to make it a little bit more efficient, or you have ideas for how to improve, definitely let us know, and we'd be happy to adjust. So yeah, I'm excited to kick this off with you guys.
yeah, so you guys will see a post in the hub, and tag your coaches, tag any of your friends that you think might be excited about this, or like maybe you have a challenger that's like, hey, Emily, my friend was interested in doing, Let's Get Up. Like, what do you think about that? Like, invite them to this. You never know. They might want to see what coaching's all about, and this could be a perfect opportunity to make it simple for them. And when we say simple, it still takes work, okay? I want to like premise that, like, it's like going to school, right? You're gonna have assignments, you have to put in the work still. But it is very simple, and it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a hype zone, like FOMO thing that you want to be a part of. So
Prizes.
with prizes, yes, we will be giving prizes to those of you that push for it. So I will get my booty and gear on my procrastination of putting a cute graphic up in the hub with Morgan in the next hour. And thanks y'all for being here. We will post a recording as well. And let's fill this Emerald party and pop some green babes next week.
Thanks, guys.